So I think that's how we're gonna go. A lot of this stuff is that you've already heard can really be related to tourism. You call them prospects, we call them visitors, would be how we look at tourism in a nutshell. Are we ready? Is it going or no? There we go. Okay, do I need to? Okay. When we look at tourism, it hasn't in the past always been seen as economic development, and what is the role with tourism and how does it fit into economic development? Well, we're really the quality of life component. And the really good thing about tourism is, what kind of leads into this slide, is, okay. This is harder than you think. Okay. Tourists come to your community. They spend money how they get there. Once they're there, they spend money in the community. That creates jobs. Those jobs sustain all kinds of things. And it kind of circles back up because then your residents are what draws people into your communities. Our mission, when we look at our role with the Department of Economic Development, we've tried to make it fun. It's really to inspire travelers to visit Georgia, have a terrific time when they're here. And then we're broken down into several areas of focus. How do we market the state of Georgia? We have it in 9 regions. Georgia's very large. We have something for everyone to do. So we kind of market it into the 9 regions, and kind of with our traditional economic development partners, we have regional representatives in those regions to help assist you with community development and stuff. Publications are huge. That's how we get people here. It's one of the things we're doing. This is the 2nd year in a row we've gone with a celebrity on the cover of the travel guide. We had really good response with the Paula Deen in 2011, and it also helps us take advantage of their fan base and get them interested in Georgia. Somebody mentioned in the PR efforts is photography. So we've really launched a new campaign, here, which is the South with a Twist. And one of the big components, I think I'm just going to move all the way over here, is photography. So you can kind of see some of that. And then social media, we talk about some of the contests that we're doing. I mentioned Lady Antebellum, they're on the cover, celebrities, using celebrities. One of the great things is they have announced the contest and being on the travel guide to all of their social media fans, which is 6.8 million individuals who may not have been interested in necessarily Georgia, but are huge Lady Antebellum fans. What's new? Well, we have the New Twist campaign, and we've done a road show to commemorate that and to get people talking about that. Today, we had 4 radio interviews that were going on with some of our staff members, so we're kind of pulled in a lot of directions. We've redone the website. We have a product development team. Some of you know Bruce Green and his team. They come down here. These are some of the projects and some of the things they're working on. Our website, we continue to see increase in visitation, which is extremely good. And then we track domestic tours. One of the big things we're looking at this year, we've been looking at, is the Sesquicentennial. We have a limited amount of money to promote the entire event, so we looked at it as an event, what the major events was. And for this year, it was the Great Locomotive Chase. So we had events along the path. How do we market domestically? Well, we're looking at visitor information centers throughout the state, consumer shows, group tour operators, and we have AAA partners, and getting that information out to our partners and to get visitors to come here to Georgia. I think it skipped one. Can we go back? I'm sorry. Oh, okay, we're on track. Okay, so now we're going to twist over to how we track all of this and what we look at and how this information is available and how you can utilize it. We have visitor spending data. We have county impact that goes back to 2006, so you can look at the expenditures, the payroll, tax in your county back to 2006. We look at, we have ways to measure the events that are taking on place in your community and how they work for you. Visitor information centers are a great way to get word about your attractions out to the individuals that are traveling through the state. We get about 12.2 million visitors a year. We have a lot of events that take place, Georgia on My Mind days that you can look at. In terms of tourism as a whole industry, when we track all of that, we're the 5th largest employer. We have about 28 billion in sales, which generated 45 billion in total sales, state and local tax impact of $2.4 billion. Visitation data we track all of that. We have an estimated 115 million trips coming, or individuals' trips taken to and through Georgia. This kind of breaks down, and this is the stuff we look at when we're tracking who's coming to Georgia, what they're interested in doing. A good thing to notice is the booking cycle, because people are booking short periods and short trips, so that's really good. We track international data. Why do we track international data? They come, they stay longer, they spend more. So we look at the countries where they're coming from. I call this the Big Brother data, because it's based on Visa View. So anyone who spends or uses a Visa credit card, it kind of comes through, we could track that. We have the hotel, motel, or hotel information, which is the occupancy, the rate, how the hotels are doing, the health of the industry. And we can go back several years, but we track it and we trend it to see where things are going. So these are all tools if you're looking at, in your community, needing information that we have available for you to use. The Governor's Conference is coming up. It's a great way to find out more. We have a variety of tracks that'll be taking place. for you to learn more about. And we have Smackdown, which is actually really fun. You should tell your local area destination management organizations about that because there's grant funding available. It's always good when there's funding available because it's so limited. I think that wraps it up. So please fan us, follow us, pin us on Pinterest if you're using Pinterest, Flickr, and then plan your trip because you can do all of that on the website. Thanks so much.